from the Onondaga Nation, and I'm from the Turtle Clan. I'm a clan mother of the Turtle Clan. So I want to speak out for Mother Earth. How much has she gone through already? In the years past, when they wanted to put the seaway in, our brothers up north, the Mohawks, had no way of speaking out to the public, to the people, to the legislatures, to those who are planning the seaway. We now see how much damage that has caused. There was no way they could foresee it. And now, what they want to do now, they already know there's lists of what kind of damage can happen. What isn't foreseen? They want to blast through the Mother Earth a mile at a time in a spoke. So how much damage will that do over time with those chemicals going into the earth, damaging the infrastructure of the earth? Not to mention the pollution of the water. The water used to be all the same water, coming and going and coming and going. And we are so lucky to be here where there's 25% of all the fresh water on earth. Yes.
Very good clap.
Now once they use these thousands and thousands of gallons of water and pollute it, it is no longer part of that cycle. It is gone for good. And we want to do this, what, this quarter of the fresh water on earth? No. Do we want to pollute the Great Lakes more?
No.
What do we want to give our seventh generation? In my lifetime, when I was little, I could drink out of the St. Lawrence. Can we do that now? No. Can we eat the fish from the St. Lawrence or many of the creeks and rivers in New York State now? No. It is a travesty to think of even thinking of doing something where there could be mistakes, and we know there will be mistakes.
Right.
Making all these rules sounds wonderful, and the idea is to make it sound good, sound safe, but we know how commerce can be. They want to make a buck. So there's going to be somebody who cheats, who doesn't follow regulations. We know this to be true. We know what humans can do. And any mistake is loss of water, loss of land. And do they care? Do the companies care about the little guy who's there in that farm or in that household? No. Not really.
They don't really care.
And can you sell your place after they've been done with it?
No.
And we have a very small land now that we live on, the Onondaga Nation, and we have a good water source at present. Do we want to see that water source polluted? No. No. Do we want to see your water polluted? No. Look into the future. There's times when, oh, it doesn't matter, oh, it's just those Onondagas over there. But no, this will affect everyone, every animal, every child, every living thing in our area. And we don't know what it all looks like, and we already know so much is very damaging. So thank you for listening, and ban fracking!
And when we look across the border and see the results, we can say the science says that we do not want to expose our children to those conditions. And it is with that belief that we will move forward. Having started this organization only in March of this year, we're now 100 groups strong. This is our inaugural event. And our message to Governor Cuomo is join us. You too can be a New Yorker against fracking.
So a gentleman here in the audience just said 4220. I think a good many of us in this room know exactly what 4220 is. 4220 is a bill that has been introduced into the Senate that will ban fracking in New York State. Standing alongside me here, it is my great pleasure to introduce the key sponsor of the ban bill, 4220, Senator Tony Avella.
I came up with an expression, 4220 or fight. There is no way we are going to stand by and let hydrofracking start in New York State. What is happening here today and throughout this entire state is probably the biggest grassroots effort that has ever occurred on any one single issue. The people of this state are going to say to the governor and the members of the legislature who think hydrofracking is a good thing, if you continue down this road, we're going to remember this at election time. Yeah. We do not have hydrofracking in our state. The very fact that we would consider contaminating our water supply because the oil and natural gas companies want to make a few bucks, and for this promise of some temporary jobs is an absolute disgrace on state government. And I can tell you, we have 20 sponsors in the Senate on my bill. We have sponsors in the Assembly. Assemblyman Colton has introduced the Assembly bill. We are going to win this battle. We are going to stop hydrofracking in this state.
Executive Director of the Consumer Watchdog Group, Food and Water Watch. Food and Water Watch is the first national organization in the country to call for a national ban on fracking. Food and Water Watch has also been very instrumental with their office here in New York State in this coalition and building this coalition out. Please, I'm happy to introduce Winona Howder.
Responsibility. Everybody is looking to New York. This is about the future of our planet, the future of our water. We have seen how the natural gas industry, Aubrey McClellan, is gambling, hedging bets on natural gas. This is about natural gas as a financial instrument, not about jobs, not about the future, our energy future. This is irresponsible gambling. We will not have our water gambled with. Next week, there is a summit in Dubai called the Water, Gas, and Oil Summit, and the water industry says fracking is where the most money will be made. We will not have water financialized. We will not have nature financialized by Wall Street. Ban fracking now. Ban fracking now. Ban fracking now.
Gillingham. I'm the program director for Catskill Mountainkeeper. So I have a short story to pass on and someone to speak. A few months, well, in the fall, Ramsey Adams and I got a phone call at Catskill Mountainkeeper and it said, we want to know everything there is to know about shale gas. So we kind of blew off the afternoon and had a long conversation with a couple of folks from Vermont, one of which is standing right next to me. And from this fall until a couple weeks ago, that's all it took them to ban shale gas in Vermont. Thanks very much, Wes. My name's Paul Burns. I'm the Executive Director of the Vermont Public Interest Research Group. VPIRG is the largest consumer and environmental advocacy organization in Vermont, and everything Wes just said is true. We managed to, well actually, 12:30 tomorrow afternoon, Governor Peter Shumlin will sign a ban on gas fracking, being the first state in the country. Stone's throw from Pennsylvania, and we know that if drilling were to come to New York State, it would come to us first. And we're going to call out the NRDC, who is calling for a demonstration project that would protect New York City, it would protect Syracuse, it would protect the Finger Lakes, it would protect Cooperstown, it would protect the Catskills. What's left?
The Southern
Tier. Is that okay with you guys? No! The only thing that has stopped drilling from happening so far in New York State is that we have a de facto moratorium. Right now, the DEC has not finalized, under enormous pressure from all of us. Yes. The governor has not signed. The DEC has not finalized this terrible S-Geist document, and we need to keep the pressure on. We need to make sure that Governor Cuomo fulfills his promise of Executive Order 41 that said that this practice could not happen unless it was all the problems were mitigated and shown to be safe, which they have not been. We cannot have fracking come in a demonstration area. Elaine, would you like to say anything?
Well, I'm just saying, how do I tell my 8-year-old daughter here that it's okay to frack in all of New York State except where we live? How do I tell her that? You know, it's really tough.
Okay, all right.
Our kids! 2 years ago, we stood in this beautiful state building and participated in our right of democracy. It was a small group of people. We were here with Pete Seeger, and we were asking for a moratorium on hydrofracking. We stood here with the Sautners, and I held a bottle of contaminated well water. This is a week old, after the EPA has said that this water is safe to drink. Take a good look at it. We invite you. We invite you, EPA, to take a swill off that. I am so honored to have made the journey of 2 years and the evolution that I've seen happen in this movement from a handful of people to a swelling, beautiful, activated and engaged group of citizens that have gone out and learned and educated themselves and have empowered themselves by using their voices and using their keyboards and using their telephones and using their love of a place to enshrine a grace in their community. And we are here today. We've made another evolution. We've gone from a moratorium, which at that time seemed like the reasonable thing to ask for. We needed to know more about the science. We needed to know more about what the medical community had to say. We needed to hear more about what
the silent and often unheard voices of the victims had to say. And like our politicians here in New York, our thinking on this has evolved. And we're asking, we see it, we've been told 2 years ago, forget it, kid, go home. There's so much money flooding this state and so much money flooding the halls of Washington, D.C., you don't have a chance. Gas drilling is coming and there's nothing you can do about it. So go home. Go back to sleep. But we can't relearn our ignorance. We're not going back to sleep. No. We're awake, and we realize that we are the change that we have been waiting for. And we're asking. We're here. We're going to have the most incredible concert tonight. I'm so psyched. We're going to have such a great party to celebrate these amazing, incredible people and their stories. And we're here to ask our governor to evolve along with us and use the science and use what has been taught to us by the victims and what has been taught to us by the medical community and evolve to ban fracking now. Ban fracking now. Ban fracking now. Ban fracking now. I keep hearing, you know, when they don't have science, what do? They go and get a celebrity. The one thing we all know is this is my community. These are my people. It's my community, and these are my people way before I'm a celebrity. And the other thing is when people don't have an intellectually honest argument to make, they attack the opposition personally. They attack them, their work. They attack their credentials. They can do nothing to buttress their arguments but attack us. So be inoculated, people. Know when they're attacking the messenger, they have nothing to stand on. They're a paper tiger. Deeply humbled and honored to be of service to these people and to this movement, and I am honored to be an American and a New Yorker and have the freedom to do so. Thank you.
Since 2008, when the tanks rolled in, and they rolled in, and we have 100 gas wells around us now, and nobody's drinking their water. I don't care what you hear. The truck still runs. The water is carried to people who are not suing the gas company. We have been cut off from our water, except for the grace of our good friends from New York that are bringing us water and helping us. Do not say yes to the experiment, because it is an experiment, and there's no rewind on this. Just a fast forward into a disastrous future. The pause isn't even good enough, but you've had that pause, and you are so lucky to be able to get the information, and you can say no. Just say no.
Don't worry about it. See anybody else? No. Out here?
Governor Cuomo's thirsty. He's got a big one there.
We're the Sautners from Dimock. On the way up here today, we saw this beautiful countryside. I don't care if it's raining, I don't care if it's pouring. You still got beautiful countryside that's unspoiled. You have to keep it that way. First, you're going to get the traffic, and then you're going to get the wells. The trees are going to go, and then your water's going to go. Then what are you going to do without clean water? We travel all over New York State, and I'll tell you, we get a lot of opposition from the pro side, but they have no leg to stand on. They absolutely can't debunk anything that we do. If you tell the truth, how are you going to go fight that? And they can't fight us because we got nothing but the truth. Now we got the EPA came in there. We thought that they were going to be the saving grace because of what happened with their own state organization. They came in there. They came in to help us, and then all of a sudden there was a big turnaround after 2 or 3 months. And they were, I don't know if it came from top, from Obama or where it came from, but they did a complete turnaround to squash the water contamination thing in Dimock. That's what they did. Well, maybe it was the money or whatever, but that's what they were told to do, to squash it in Dimock. Okay? Now you guys all here together, I mean, this is a good force here, and there's power in people. That's what we got to do in order to fight this thing, to ban it, because we don't want it. Do you guys want your kids to take showers in water like this? No. You want them to drink water like this? No. We were told, my daughter got rashes, my wife, my kids got rashes from using water that was filtered, and it was still giving them rashes. And what's going on with that? We stopped using it 2.5 years ago, the rashes went away. That's enough proof that I need, right there, okay? Came in there, did all their testing. One test, that's all, and they can't base what happened to 3.5 years, over 3.5 years of contamination. It did not just go away overnight. It didn't go away. The reason they didn't want to drink the water is right here. That's proof enough right there. Thanks.
That don't have water. And my houses are one of the houses that don't have water that was contaminated by fracking. Don't let it in. They will destroy your house, your lives, your family, and your children.
This territory since time immemorial. Glad you're here to join us.
The first song. The first song we're going to sing is the Precious Water Song, and we're thanking the waters, and we're saying that the water is so precious. Now we're going to share a song. It's called Our Precious Mothers, and where the first part of the song is in honor of all the mothers, because we always want to see our kids happy, and the second part of the song is we're telling the Mother Earth how much she means to us, because she always is trying to provide for us and help us to survive. Oh, my mother, I'm so sorry for the pain that you've been through. But now that I'm older and I am wiser, I'm I'm so sorry for the times that I did not show respect, and I allowed myself and others to put our problems upon your back. Yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey-ya, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey. When I see a starlit night, I seek the one that shines real bright. Then I think about your mother and I hope that you're alright. I finally opened up my eyes and I've come to realize I appreciate your guidance and I'm glad you're in my life. Yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey-ya, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey-ya, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey. Oh, Mother Earth, we're so sorry for the pain that you've been through, but now that we're older and we are wiser, we're gonna take good care of you. We're so sorry for the times that we did not show respect, and we allowed ourselves and others to put our garbage on our turtle's back. Yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey-ya, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey. We know that you are trying to continue to survive. For all your children, you take care of her, trying hard to help us survive. We are the we're the caretakers of the earth. We must take care of our life sustainers, our precious mothers who gave us birth. Yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey-ya, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo, hey-ya-hey, yo-hi-yo.